I'm here with the Raptor. Just a video. I think there's like probably 20 of them on K-Saver. But the problem I'm having is I have this K-Saver, which is nice, and it's a whole lot thicker than the factory one, but I'd have little to no rock protection. The off-road park that I go to has a lot of rocks and different size rocks, and I don't want to get a rock in my sprocket. So I got a cheap cover from Amazon, and I'm going to see if this will bolt on top of here, cover up my chain, so I'll have this nice K-Saver, and I'll have a little bit of rock protection for my sprocket. K-Saver off, and see if that new one will bolt in on top of this one. Come with some shims here. If you happen to buy one of these little like dowels here actually tap into the holes here. So just take something like a little rubber hammer, plastic hammer, and tap on these. So put these in the holes. So it'll and they'll stay on. It'll give you the room to put this on. But don't use just this. You want to get a K-Saver to use with this. And the reason why I'm going with the cover and this other K-Saver is this K-Saver is a pretty decent one, and the ones that come with a cover on them too, they're either really expensive, or they just don't seem thick enough to stop that big chain. So going this route will work nice, and the screws that come with it are long enough, and the dowels here will fit perfectly inside of here. So, and it has a nice contrast. You can get these in blue. I can't remember. I think it was like $20-something for the rock guard right here, and I think it was about the same price for this K-Saver from Amazon if you want to get them. I would say the only downside to this kit, and I know the reason why they did it is so this would be, nice and flush. But not everybody has a set of Allens with them that would work with this if you needed to work on your chain. And yes, you could feed your chain back through it, but if you needed to come off, I could see where that would be problematic, needing an Allen for these screws. And remember, something like this, you don't have to put a bunch of torque on it. All you have to do is just get it tight enough. With the K-Saver added to it, there's probably only maybe 3 mil worth of extra material in between the chain guard and the K-Saver. But you don't want to just use this guard. You want to definitely use the K-Saver. The factory K-Saver would go just fine in here, but it's the factory one is it's really thin, and it's just not going to work if you have a failure. But yeah, this will work in conjunction with a regular K-Saver, and there's plenty of room in between the chain and the rock guard, and I like the way it looks, and it should work out well. And also keep any kind of shoelaces or bootlaces out of the chain, because with just the K-Saver here, this is all open, and I really didn't like that. It made me nervous with my foot so close to that spinning chain. I also put a traditional motorcycle throttle. Yeah, I'm getting a little older now, and a thumb throttle. I've got some nerve problems in my hands, so I put a motorcycle style twist throttle on my Raptor, and it has just made a world of difference. It shows in the computer that Motion Pro does not make these kits anymore. However, they do have them. You have to call Motion Pro, and they can put the kit together. And yes, you will have to get another throttle cable, which comes with the Motion Pro. It's two different part numbers, but all you have to do is just call Motion Pro, and they'll set you up with it. And this is aluminum. This isn't plastic. That's what I really liked about this kit, is that this is all aluminum, and you have your throttle cable. And probably the most pain in the butt part, I would say, is when you get into here to put the new throttle cable in. It's kind of a bear to get the new throttle cable worked in through here. Don't use any kind of pliers or anything to pull on the cable, because you'll end up putting kinks in it. I know it's very, very tempting. If you get another set of hands to hold the throttle open so you can get the cable in, that would probably be best. And you're going to need to get a 90-degree Allen to get these screws out, because it's really, really tight in here. So, you know, take your time and adjust, get your full adjustment here before you go to your handlebar adjustment, so you don't run out of adjustment up here for your throttle. And I have just a little bit of movement. I can probably adjust this a little bit more, but you want a little bit of play, just so you hit a bump, you're not wrapping the throttle. You just have just enough. I think this is like, you know, maybe not 1/4 of an inch, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch of play whenever you do the throttle.